Welcome to Behind the Scenes, a podcast by Lea Marelane Studio and Free Thinkers of the World. The content within this episode is intended for mature audiences only.
So what are you three working on?
Lindsey and I brought in a scene.
Oh, great. You want to do it?
Lindsey found it. Unless Mariano wants to go first.
No, something.
What do you have, Mariano? Just so I know. What did you want to work on today?
I don't really have something which I didn't prepare, but maybe improv. That's always been uplifting, but yeah, while they do their scene, I may be inspired.
Okay, that's fine. And you don't have to have any shit. This class is designed for this. And I mean, sometimes, oh my gosh, the most beautiful, huge white dove just flew by you guys. I feel like that's a good sign.
Wow, yeah.
That's like a good sign. I want this class to be that, where sometimes we just hold the space for each other. Sometimes you just come because you're like, I don't even know what the hell, but it's like, it's almost like a support group or something. I mean, like people who are in AA, they go to meetings so they can stay sober. So I want you to think of this masterclass as a way to keep you in your creative flow. It's like you're meeting to just, I don't know, some days you just come and you don't know. And I just don't want you to feel like you have to apologize. This isn't that type of a thing. So it's for you. When I ask you, like, what do you have? This class is for you. And sometimes it might, you could improv every single time. You could listen every single time, whatever you want. Sometimes you can just flop in here and be like, I don't even know. And that's okay, because where else can you do that? And I think that's where, places like AA and stuff, they've really got it figured out. And I think that we could do that. You don't have to be in an addiction to have support like that. You don't have to fall flat on your face to have support. So that's what I want, is this to be a supportive group for everybody to like stay creatively healthy,
Yeah, and what you were saying to Taylor about writing in the moment, and that's when you feel it most. And because when I was writing about my son coming out, and I was so painful because I wasn't connecting. I remember, like, now it's almost like, it's something that was so I guess painful or sad for me. It's like now I'm thinking, why? Because I kind of got over it.
Yeah.
But if you write it at that moment where it's really hurting, I was almost crying, and my relationship with my son is a lot better. And all this project of creativity did improve our relationship with everybody, my son, my daughter, my wife. And this creative process is about that. And when you have the gift of writing, because I don't really have that gift, but if I work with somebody who has a gift, then we make a good team like that. But if you have the gift, then yeah, that's. I was telling the writer from London that she just, whatever happens in her life, she writes about it. Then she extrapolates or makes it into like a 10-episode series of something that she went to a doctor's visit or something, and she just boom. And I asked her, how do you come up with these stories? Oh, it's just everyday stuff that activates her creative process. So that's when you said that again is another thing that I take from this class. Not that I come with a goal, I need to work on my monologue on my screen. I mean, yeah, sometimes I want to do that, or take advantage of the other members and actors that we can work on creative stuff. But I'm already feeling more inspired and more energetic, more positive.
That's great, because that's the whole point of this, is like, because there, the Meisner technique, as you guys know, is a different thing, but it still holds the space in that way. There's so many classes that it's just one more place to compete, especially as an actor, especially as an artist. It's just like one more place to compete. Okay, you gotta work hard and get in there. And it's like, God, you know, no wonder why people are having breakdowns and having this private despair and isolation. No wonder. You know, because it's like maybe they talk about it with their therapist and stuff, and that's great. But then it's like shame if I talk about it anywhere else or let, you know, and it's not that this is therapy, but it's like, this is what movies are written about. This is what plays are written about. This is what songs are written about. So how can we not talk about it? It's like, this is the stuff. So sometimes that's it. It's just coming in and processing. But yes, to write is great. And also, Mariano, don't even worry if you're not good. Like I even encourage you to write, especially because you think you're terrible, you know, because something you don't know, something comes through. Then you get a creative insight that maybe you pass off to one of your writers or whatever. But to just let go of that judgment of like, I have to be good. This has to have a means to an end. What's the point? It's like, the point is just to write. How often do you write with your hand on a page? You know, just stuff like that. Like my handwriting until I started journaling again was horrible because I realized how much I wasn't right. I don't use my penmanship. So to just do that, you know, it's good. Okay, let's see your scene, ladies. Yeah, are you guys ready? Do you need to set up or anything?
Sure. Yeah, I think we're ready.
Okay, let's see it.
It's pretty fresh. I'm not off book because I don't know if you are, Lindsay, but no.
No
just found it.
apologies.
I don't
Okay.
think, did I apologize?
Little apologetic with I'm not off book. Just own wherever you are. You know what I mean? This is like what I'm doing.
Which one of these guys will I have sex with tonight at the reunion? Ooh. Casey Deegan.
Now we're running out of time.
Boy, there are a lot of questions to answer. Why do we have to fill these out?
They want to know what we've been doing the last 10 years.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. Name.
Oh, we're having so much fun already.
Oh, I know.
I cannot wait for this reunion.
Me too.
Oh, huh?
Occupation. Cashier.
Wait.
No, don't write that. Your last job was as a sales girl. So say we're a freelance fashion consultant.
Ooh, clever.
Relationship status. Married.
Nope.
Okay, engaged.
Nope.
Living with someone.
Should I say you?
I guess so.
Okay.
You know, Michelle,
Yeah.
now that I'm looking at this,
Uh-huh.
our lives don't seem as impressive as I thought.
They don't?
Well, do you think it's impressive that we're still single and we've been living together for 10 years? I'm a cashier and you're unemployed.
Well, not super impressive.
Well, what's the point of going if we're gonna impress people?
Well, oh,
We're just gonna have to make ourselves more impressive. That's all.
okay.
I know. Why don't we say that we own our own company? Who's gonna know? They're in Tucson. We're here.
Oh, good. Like what?
Like, what if we invented something?
Like what?
Well, I think it should be something that everybody has heard about, but nobody really knows who invented it. I've got it. Post-its. Everybody knows what post-its are.
Oh yeah, those little yellow things with the stick 'em on the back, right? Okay.
Hey, we're working in this advertising agency after college.
Ooh, college. Good one.
Yeah, and we have like this big presentation to make to like a client.
Hmm.
Mhm. And so we're like brainstorming, and all of a sudden we're out of paper clips.
Good.
And so, okay, so then I like, okay, I say, okay, wouldn't it be great if there was this stickum on the back of a paper, so if I laid it on top of another paper, it wouldn't just like stay without a paper clip?
Yes.
Ah, so you got this grandfather or uncle that has like a paper mill, and he's really into it. And the rest is history. Oh my God, it's perfect. Wow.
Well, yeah. But
Well, yeah, but what?
I don't know. It just sounds like you invented post-its all by yourself, you know? I mean, what did I do?
Well, was your grandfather or uncle?
Yeah.
Okay, so we could say that you were like the designer. Like I thought of them, but you thought of making them yellow. Well, no, but it's like most of these people have known us since elementary school. I just think you're more believable as a designer rather than an inventor, you know?
Uh-huh.
Look, you're obviously pissed at me.
No. Uh-uh. Why should I be pissed at you? Just because now I know how you really feel about me.
Oh my God, I knew this would happen. I mean, like, I try for once, to be honest with you, and it blows up in my face.
God. You want to be honest? Okay, good. Let's be honest. I let you have the ideas.
What?
Yeah, I let you have the ideas so you won't feel so bad that I'm cuter.
You are not cuter, Michelle.
I am so cuter. It's like common knowledge, Romy. Everybody thinks so. I'm Mary and you're the Rhoda.
That's ridiculous. You're the Rhoda. You're the Jewish one.
Oh my God. I'm talking cuteness wise, okay? And cuteness wise, I'm Mary.
That's crazy. You have absolutely no proof that you're cuter.
Oh, proof? You want proof? Okay, fine. Who lost their virginity first?
Okay, big wow. With your cousin Barry, I wouldn't brag about it.
Okay. So who always gets asked to dance first when we go to clubs? Huh? No wonder you couldn't find us boyfriends, Romy.
Well, so what? You can't even get a job. I carry you, Michelle. Without me, you'd be lost.
That is such a lie.
Well, let's just see. Let's split up and see what happens.
What do you mean split up?
When we get to Tucson, we're going our separate ways.
Okay, good. Fine, I don't care.
Fine.
Fine. Fine.
As of Tucson, we're finished.
Well, drive fast.
Oops, nice. I knew I recognized that. What is it, Romeo and Michelle's reunion or something?
High school reunion.
Yeah, Lindsay found it.
That's awesome. That's a great scene. So why'd you guys pick it?
We were between a few different options, but we wanted to find like 2 strong female roles. And we wanted to do a comedy, or we were leaning towards a comedy, and we were like passing back and forth different ideas, and she sent this one and it just seemed really fun.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I think it's great for you, and I think it's great casting. How do you guys feel like that read went?
Better if I was off for a book,
Yep.
but
Same.
but
Yeah.
decent.
So it wasn't terrible, but look, I know what you guys are capable of. And so I look at it the way, I have a girl that I used to live like next door to, we were friends. She's a casting director for America's Got Talent. And she is a tough ass biatch. She's like one of those girls. She can be fun as hell or mean as hell. That's how a lot of those casting people are. They're like, but the reason I bring it up is because I'm thinking of her. Her name's Roxanne. I'm thinking, you can look her up on Facebook, Roxanne Davis. She casts America's Got Talent now. But I think about her a lot when I'm thinking of looking at stuff. So I'm like, what would Roxanne, who sees so much talent all the time, because she's like, she fields talent to go to you know what I mean? She's seeing a shit ton of cattle call people. And I'm thinking, like, if this scene was in front of her for America's Got Talent, out of all the people that are auditioning, would this table read fly? Would she think that these two are of the level that I know you guys are? And the answer is no. And that's okay, because this is what masterclass is about. It's better to do that here. It was okay. It's not at a reading level of what you both can do. And I know that you were hesitant, whatever, and you just got it and all this stuff. But that's why I was saying at the beginning, when you're like, I'm not off book, it's like, dude, you guys are good. So you have to allow yourself to show up that way, because I know what you're capable of, but Roxanne doesn't. And she's a bitch. She'd be like, next, they are so green. That's what she would say. And I want to filter it through those eyes. because that's who you're like in front of, essentially. They don't know you, they owe you no favors. So even with the table reading, I want you to do it again and remember what you know. So the trick with table reading, so a trick when you're cold reading, right, is you just follow along, look at my
Mhm.
menu.
Yeah, I
Follow
was fumbling with my script a lot, sorry.
Yeah,
Not
but you guys both got buried, is my point. So you just grab the line and look up. So the script can be a prop. So the script
Oh,
could
yeah.
be you looking through the script, or your phone could be you looking through at the beginning, for guys.
Yeah, I was trying to do two separate things. I was using a piece of paper and not instead of just my script.
So on camera, if you were doing, because look, like I said, they're doing auditions on camera. And it might be cold, you might get an audition that's cold because that's just how life is. So you want to still put your best foot forward, even with a cold read, because there are some great cold readers out there who you're like, did you know that script? And they're like, I just got it. And it's like freaking amazing. And
Right.
you can be that way. So what I want you to do is you just grab the line, you look at with your thumb, you follow along, and then you look up, because every time you're down, you're not connected to us.
Mhm.
On camera, it's really, really obvious. So if you were going to do what you were doing, Taylor, it's just a framing thing. You want to have that in frame because we can't see what you're looking at. So if you guys are reading and you're on book, don't be afraid of having it in sight. Because first of all, when you have it up a little bit higher, your eyes can be up higher. When it's way down here and you're on camera, we have no idea what's going on. But if you hold it here and it's just like, who cares that I'm reading? I want it to be obvious that I'm reading, because otherwise, if you think this is the polished performance of me off book, that's even worse. You know what I mean? So we want you to know that I'm not off book. This is not a polished performance, but it's pretty damn good. That's what you want. And that's why a lot of times when people are in the room, I've heard this from, I don't even know how many, I would say 100 casting directors have said the same thing, that the biggest rookie mistake actors make in the room, which it's rare now, people aren't really auditioning in the room anymore, but when you're in the room, is they put the script on the floor. They're like, I'm off book, even if you're off book. No, if it's an audition, unless they tell you to get rid of the script, always have it in your hand.
Mhm.
Because it tells the casting director that you're ready, but this isn't the polished performance. They don't want a polished performance. It's the audition. It's good to be off book. Even if you're off book, you have the script though. Always. Sometimes in commercials, you don't. It's the only time. Commercials, you don't. Because they'll have like a big cue card thing there that you can read off of, and they don't want you to, they'll tell you to put your script down. But in film and TV, they want it. So now that we're doing it on Zoom, have it. It can be a menu. You can use it. If you're a doctor, it's your notes. It can be so many things. So use it. So I want you guys to do it again. Use your script, but work off of each other. So the thing that I'm missing right now is you guys. See, right now it's an okay reading of you trying to do these characters, but the characters aren't fleshed out yet. So just be you, because that's going to be way more interesting. You know what I mean?
So drop any type of,
Drop anything because you're not ready. You don't have.
yeah.
It's going to be more interesting if it's just you. I promise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's try it again with your eyes up, looking at each other, and then using your script in plain sight, very obvious, so that we can see it and use it as something. Maybe it's the reunion.
Put it in plain sight. What
Yeah.
is it?
You don't want to cover your face, but yeah, have it in plain sight. So let's try it again. And also get that first moment off of each other. even though you're doing something else. So what are you doing at the top, Taylor?
Figuring out which guy on the roster I'm gonna have sex with.
Yeah, so use your script as if there's pictures on, like there's, you know, whatever that is, it's like something you printed out for the reunion and you're like, oh my God, it's like you're looking through guys. Okay, let's try it again.
Ooh. Which one of these guys will I have sex with at the reunion?
Come on, now we're running late.
Boy, there are a lot of questions to answer. Why do we have to fill these out?
We want to know how we're doing, how we've been doing for the past 10 years.
Oh,
Okay, here we go. Name.
oh, we're having so much fun already.
I know.
I cannot wait for this reunion.
Me too.
No.
Occupation. Cashier.
Unemployed.
No, don't write that. Your last job was as a sales girl. So say you were a freelance fashion consultant.
Ooh, clever.
Relationship status. Married.
Nope.
Engaged.
Nope.
Living with someone.
Should I say you?
I guess so.
Okay.
You know, Michelle.
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking at this,
Uh-huh.
our lives don't seem as impressive as I thought.
You don't?
Well, do you think it's impressive that we're still single? We've been living together for 10 years. I'm a cashier and you're unemployed.
Well, not super impressive.
Well, what's the point if we're not gonna impress people?
Well, oh.
We're just gonna have to make ourselves more impressive. That's all.
Okay.
I know. Why don't we say we own a company? Who's gonna know?
Hold on one sec. Hold on. Okay, let me ask you this. It's better, your eyes are up, that's good. But the vibe is off a little bit. So tell me about the energy of like what you think these people, which is you, would be in this. Like, what's the emotional life that you need to have, you think?
Really excited.
Yeah, I think I was more excited in the last one.
And why do you think
my character?
why are you excited?
Because we feel good about ourselves and we're excited to just, tear up our high school reunion. We've been friends since high school and we're happy with ourselves and our friendship and everything. And we want to just go and kind of
In other people's faces.
be ourselves and have a good time. Yeah.
Is there any fear in there?
I don't think I have fear at the top.
This last section we just did, oh shit, you're unemployed and I'm a cashier and we're single. We're gonna be found out.
Good. So even just the way you were just processing that is much more real, right? It's like, so when you know something's a comedy, you have to go, well, where is the comedy? So the comedy there's something always comedy opposites, right? Comedy opposites. So super excited to like, oh shit, we suck. Like we're amazing to like, wait a minute. Wait, we live together. We have nobody. We're not employed. Okay. So that's where the comedy comes from, is like, so yes, you start off like, it's like freaking amazing. And then you also start taking it out on each other and you get a little tiff. And then by the end, it's a shit show, right? Like by the end, you're like, oh my God, this is great. Now this is how we're going to go. Like, we're just going to be in silence all the way. So that contrast has to be severe. So right now, it's not playing because that stark comedy opposite is like, no, you know, I mean, it is like bam, bam, either super high, super low, or super low to super high. It's almost like manic. If you were to do like a impediment, it's almost like to be bipolar. It's like one extreme to the next, you know? So I want to see that at the top. And right now, I know neither of you guys have a feeling about your high school reunion. That just doesn't light either one of you up, I can tell. So you have to give yourself something that would. It's like, I don't know what it is. You have to come up with that. Netflix called, holy shit, not only did I get an apartment, but I'm like, they want to see me at Netflix, or I don't know what it is. And for you, Taylor, you know, whatever it is, you got to come up with something that actually excites you until you start processing. And then you're like, wait, shit. Okay. You know, and then it starts hitting you that you're like, wait, I don't know if I can do it. And then that's when you guys fall apart. And that's what makes it funny. So
This is the end of our episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.